Hello and welcome back to Sigh of the Abyss. Last time we started investigating the siren case and then left off with the decision on how to spend the rest of the day. So I think I already made my intentions clear at this point. So, the afternoon sun scorches all its rays touch and to make the glittering waves of the whole square almost too bright for comfort. Spend time with Silas or look for Elfian? Well, I'm sorry Silas, we just had a little adventure, so let's go look for Elfian. You say goodbye to Silas and head to the Rose, the most likely place to find Elfian. Again, not sure if that's my mouse or what. I tried clicking several times. The smoky smell of the evening is being drowned by that of digestive tisanes and early wine. You unclasp your cloak and look around. Many of the tables of the tavern are occupied by small groups. You spot a family here, some sailors speak their common tongue that is so similar to the language spoken in Carolisi. The common tongue, a pidgin language that borrows sounds from Carolisian and Javidian. Easy to learn because of the simplified grammar and limited vocabulary, it allows sailors and merchants to communicate. Ever since its inception, marriages between Javidians and Carolisians have reached a new peak every year. Because communication is key. One of the corners of the tavern is filled with odd sofas and tattered armchairs. You spot a glimpse of garish green behind a small group. The people that surround Elfian, men and women alike, openly carry daggers and even rapiers. He's in danger. Really?
I wouldn't say so.
The scoundrels all step aside at the same time, revealing Elfian in their midst. Once you walk closer, you notice that their faces are empty and devoid of emotion.
You came to visit me.
I thought it'd be nice to see you. Why are you enthralling those people? Explain this. Bad timing on my part, I assume. Sure, let's go with this one. Bad timing on my part, I assume.
Depends on who you ask. If these ruffians could answer, I bet they'd tell you that your timing is perfect. I'd love to tell you all about the string of unfortunate events that brought me to this point, surrounded by petty criminals ready to cut me into ribbons.
Do tell, you make it sound like a wonderful tale, or it sounds like there's a but. Yeah, do tell, you make it sound like a wonderful tale. He chuckles, unable to mask his discomfort.
Oh, you know me. I love scandals. I decided to have one of my own and... how should I put it? The affair bored me. This was a fortnight ago, by the way. And apparently my scorned admirer, a noble with more coin than common sense, can't take no for an answer. Not nearly as exciting as I thought it would be.
Okay. What were you expecting? How is having a tryst with a noble not exciting?
I regret asking.
That's too bad. What were you expecting?
Not to be threatened by a small band of criminals, for starters.
That's very fair.
In my defense, I never treated the tryst as anything serious. It was never meant to be anything more.
Have you ever treated any tryst seriously, or don't ask? Ooh. It sounds like a jab, but why not ask? Have you ever treated any tryst seriously?
Well, no. They'd stop being trysts.
And turn into what?
Something I sing about aplenty, that one pillar of life more coveted than gold.
You strike me as one who'd fall in love at first sight. He smiles, but his eyes fall to the side, pensive. I take it I'm wrong, or Elfian? Alfionn?
I don't want to sour the mood with my musings.
Musings about what?
Being immortal changes how you feel about love. It should, at least. But I wouldn't want to bore you with my macabre conjectures, not when we have a bigger problem in our hands.
He twirls his finger, and the ruffians spin around like sad puppets. What did they want from you, or what are you going to do with them? What are you going to do with them?
I don't know. Any suggestions?
No. Oh boy. Turn their lives around, have them repent. Let them go back and say they couldn't find you. Have them fight each other. None. I guess this one is the most straightforward, like that, the most helpful, I assume. Let's go with that. Let them go back and say they couldn't find you.
Whereby the noble will hire a second band of criminals, then a third and a fourth.
How bad was this thing between you two? They could say they found you dead. Alfionn considers the idea.
It would be hard to prove without any proof.
A string of your loot could be enough, or a scrap of...
Do not suggest my jacket.
You shrug. What would Aitri do?
She'd beat them to a pulp and then leave. Unfortunately, I can't do that. I live here.
Yeah, it's very unfortunate to do this right in the rows, that they even dare to, like with witnesses. Weird. He points at the drape by the counter.
I can't disappear like she does, and it's easy to find me.
Silence falls between you. What could bring your noble lover to be repulsed by you?
Repulsed?
Turn their opinion of you around and they will stop chasing after you. These scoundrels could tell them tales that paint you in such a horrible light, the noble will be glad yours was only a tryst and nothing more.
I am physically incapable of thinking of myself in such a light.
We could distort this trait of yours to paint you as a narcissist. He frowns. It's a good start, or you think of something then. It's a good start. Has the noble ever been to your quarters?
No.
How about this? You have a painting of your likeness on a wall and the scoundrels caught you passionately kissing it.
Okay. That's not off-putting enough.
You were in the nude while doing so.
I'm positively repulsed by the person you're depicting.
Do you think the noble would be too?
I certainly hope so.
He claps. His eyes gleam with darkness, with abyssal violet.
You heard her.
Under his yoke, firm yet gentle, they head for the door.
I can't believe I just willingly painted myself as some depraved, sad being. Nevertheless, yours was a clever idea.
Thank you. As soon as they leave, he gestures for the counter.
Do you feel like anything to drink? Ask and you shall receive. I'll put it on my tab.
You don't need to eat or drink. Why do you have a tab?
I'm surrounded by mortals. I need to pretend to be one of them. Besides, have you tasted the honeyed wine? It's what dreams are made of.
You take Alfionn up on his offer and order something.
So, how is your soul appeasing coming along?
You tell him about the Dockmaster and his map, and how it all rests on Mirane's shoulders for now.
It sounds to me like you're doing everything you can.
But is it enough?
It's out of your hands for now.
He smiles warmly to you.
Between your friends and the Dockmaster, you're surrounded by people who want you to succeed. Granted, they don't know your goal.
Neither do I, really. My guess would be that the Whisper wants me to destroy the Siren.
Whatever you end up doing should not be something you regret. because for us, regrets are forever.
Damn. He takes a sip of his wine.
You're going to start playing soon, I hope? Yes, yes. Alas, my dulcet tunes are requested. Care to join me?
Do you want me to sing as well? I can join the audience. Interesting. Do you want me to sing as well?
If you know the songs.
Not quite yet.
Perfect opportunity to learn, don't you think?
He begins with instrumentals, pleasant pieces that accompany the buzzing voices in the tavern. To your surprise, he sits alone on the sofa throughout the performance. What happened to the people that used to be draped around him? Their absence must have nothing to do with your presence, of course. Before night falls, you wave goodbye to him. A gentle thought slips into your mind, one that doesn't belong to you. Take care. With that, you return to the refrain. Interesting. So he can communicate like that? I also lost the thought earlier about that whole thing. Like why he was being attacked. I don't know. Bit overboard, but, well, nobles. Something pulls your consciousness away from the warm void of respite. When you open your eyes, a shadow greets you, stretched thin and pale. It's your own. And you feel like weightless flotsam, carried adrift by waves that inebriate you with their motion. The shadow grows darker to catch your attention. Who are you, or what do you want from me? Who are you? Voiceless, the shadow answers you by changing its shape. It morphs into long tendrils that undulate like kelp, wings that stretch out, teeth that form a perfect crown. Do you have a name? It returns to its original form, unable to answer. There is so much water in you. You can't contain it all. It overflows through your eyes, seeps out of your skin. Behold the ancient horror, the mistake, the unwanted. Consumed by grief, it will destroy us all. The siren has found you, as abyssal in nature as you are, beguiling and deceptive. How else would it be able to be shadows, to control your shadow? What you feel is real, but is not true. There is no sea around you, you are in the refrain. Try to talk with the shadow, or enough. Yeah, if it bothered to come here, let's try to talk to it. Why does grief consume you? The shadow shatters, then reforms. What do you mean? The forms become more frantic, harder to follow, frustrated possibly, but it's too much, far too much for your poor shadow. The siren loses control of it, and it returns yours, dark and still and mirroring your every motion. A tear falls over the sheets. You are drenched in sweat and your cheeks are streaked by copious weeping. You still have too much water in you. Shite. It's then that you hear footsteps. Something slides under your door, an envelope. You quickly dress yourself and go pick it up. The wax seal on the envelope lacks the usual shimmer. No smoke envelops you when you open it, no sweet scent dazzles you. An elegantly penned letter awaits you inside. My dear friend, I am third of 22, or should I say 21 plus 1? For the council to convene, 5 must be in agreement. I am exalted in success, for I fulfilled your wish, and the cities. The council will convene today at the 14th hour. Please ensure that the dockmaster is outside the halls before then. Always yours, Mirani. Her name has been written in a different ink. In blood. You release the breath you were holding. Exalted in success is indeed a perfect way to describe Mirani. There is no guarantee that the halls will assist you in finding the siren, but you trust the dockmaster will make his case successfully. With several hours left before the 14th ring of the bells, you have some time to spend. Taking a bath sounds like a wonderful idea. Sure. Once the sun has dried your hair, you leave for the harbour. You haven't mastered the alleys like Silas has. The well-trafficked main streets take you longer, but also let you catch a glimpse of life in the city. A sprinting dog with a lolling tongue and her young delighted owner overtake you, all shrill giggles and happy barks. Some streets over, you spot a couple philandering against the lip of a well. You look away and quicken your pace. Close enough to the sea to smell the brine, you are greeted by an old man seated outside his home. A blanket folds straight from the chair, concealing stumps. These are the streets whose life the abyss wants to drown in blood. You will do what is asked of you. Dread dawns upon you, as overwhelming as it is painful. No, we will not blindly follow it. I don't think we have so far, but again, some of the choices are a bit cryptic. So, yeah, I'm not going to do the first one. Dread dawns upon you, as overwhelming as it is painful. You touch your cheek and find it wet. Despite their holy clothes, despite their ailments, despite the promise of death hanging over their heads, those around you are life unbridled. And you masquerade as them, extend them kindness despite knowing you are the harbinger of the darkest hour. A sigh escapes your lips, a moment of weakness before you steel yourself. You don't even know what the darkest hour is. Perhaps it isn't as world-shattering as you think. Yeah, that's also the thing, we just don't know enough about it. Enough foolishness, Livera. You focus on the present, on the now, on the siren terrorizing the city, and you march on. You arrive at the harbour well in advance, knowing that you will have to seek the dockmaster among the mariners. The usual briny smell of the docks is made more bearable by a nearby food stall, where chickpeas sizzle and oil. It has attracted quite the crowd.
Miss, what are you doing here?
A familiar face flits from the group to approach you. It's the sailor that visited you about the Lady of Dreams. I'm looking for the dockmaster. The shadow he casts is so eager to reach out for you that it almost detaches from its owner.
Oh, come.
I need to take him to the halls. I'm not sure I'm allowed to say. Have you seen him around? Or he needs to go somewhere with me. Yeah, as long as we don't know for sure, the halls will agree. Maybe it's best to not tell everyone. I'm not sure I'm allowed to say.
He didn't get in trouble with the guilds, did he?
Of course not.
To send a miss like you, it must be serious.
Is he protecting Bastian from you? The dockmaster is lucky to have such loyal people under his wing. It might be related to the mage that was here yesterday. You bring your index to your lips.
The one that left his chancery.
You already know that he'll tell everyone about the dockmaster visiting the halls.
He's over there, by the Warity galley.
That flag, what flag is that?
The one with the crescent.
Thank you. I'm sure you'll keep things quiet.
But of course.
The galley is a long-oared vessel heavy with sailors. Several planks allow them to unload the ship's cargo, barrels with an earthy herbal scent whose lids are stained orange. Curry? On top of the ship with his jacket billowing in the marine breeze is the dockmaster. He's engrossed in conversation with the Wariti captain, an equally portly man in colorful robes. None of these sailors are affected by the siren. Good. Just as their thoughts turn to the monster, Bastian's shadow spills over the galley's side with a spasm to reach out to you. Your own shadow is as much of an extension of you as your own hand. It stretches to meet it, and when they touch, Bastian jolts, suddenly startled. The Wariti captain laughs, giving the dockmaster the chance to look around and spot you. You don't need to speak the language to know that Bastian is taking his leave. He squeezes past the sailor and reaches your side.
Tell me you bring good news.
I do. The council will convene at the 14th hour. The invisible weight that was dragging his shoulders down is lifted with a sigh of relief. He raises his head to the sky, to the sun that watches over the city, and smiles.
Ladies bless those people. They can see reason, unlike the Citadel.
Are you ready to leave?
Of course.
Bastian knows the way much better than you do, and you let him take the lead.
You know, miss, I have the feeling I have seen you somewhere before.
On one of the La Grande ships, no doubt. It's a small city, after all. You're grateful he's willing to drop the topic instead of prying. Yeah, he seems like a smart one. The dockmaster shudders as soon as the halls and their magical square come into sight.
I'm not looking forward to this visit.
Have you already been?
A couple of times, to discuss works on the harbour.
The waterfall is sliced by a figure that steps outside, completely dry, Ascanio. He's as handsome and dour as you remembered him to be.
Good morning.
Morning. Good morning, how have you been? I haven't seen you in a while. Let the dockmaster greet him. This one. Good morning, how have you been? His eyebrows arch slightly at the question. Come on, a bit of small talk.
Quite well. I hope it's the same for you. I hope you won't mind our early arrival.
On the contrary, I commend you for it. 'Tis not wise to make the council wait. The dockmaster traces the symbol of the prime in the air and steps forward.
May the prime indeed grant you the gift of the gab, Rivera.
You perk up once he mentions your name.
Let us put Marani's theory to the test. Let us see if you can enter the halls.
You can, but how does he know? I'll stay here or I'll come with. I mean, why not? I thought we were going to anyway, or that we didn't have a choice in this, but yeah, I'm curious. I'll come with. The gurgling waterfall hides the pristine wall from sight. It springs from the ceiling and magically disappears on the floor. The first step is purification. Bastian is the first to step inside. After you. The dockmaster didn't do anything special, he simply walked into the stream, and so do you. For a moment, nothingness envelops you. The void around you sizzles with energy, sharp and jagged like a glass shard. Your presence displaces enough power to shatter a building, yet everything stays intact. Above you, a perfect blue sky showers the wheat with warm light, but there is no sun. There is no life, no insects on the grains, no birds in the sky, no worms in the soil. The only landmark is a gargantuan olive tree that spirals and knolls atop a gentle hill. Okay, did not expect that at all. Also wondering if we really had a choice there. What if we didn't go? Would we have been able to spend time with, like, Silas or Alfion? Or what? Interesting. Welcome to the field of ignorance. Draped in splendor as usual, Marani courteous to welcome you. Oh, how she beholds you, how her eyes treasure you, welcomed transgressor. Bastian tips an invisible hat, visibly uncomfortable with the pageantry.
Where's Ascanio?
Right here. He appears at your side.
I will ensure our guest doesn't wander around.
There goes my fun. I wouldn't dare. Size him up. Would he be able to stop you? I won't. Okay, again, that choice before. Man, sometimes it's hard when you don't know how important the choice is. Is it a character choice? Is it more of an following the abyss choice? Well, we're here now.
Wander around. No, honestly, I wouldn't dare. Too scared. Something might happen, to be fair.
Sebastian, this way, please. He gestures towards the gentle slope that leads to the gnarled olive tree.
I'll see you soon, hopefully with some good news.
They only take a couple of steps before disappearing from sight. You're left alone with Ascanio, whose face you can call familiar, if not friendly. How come watching over guests falls upon you?
'Tis a natural extension of my duties as keeper of the refrain.
You sound thrilled about it, or can I truly not look around?
I mean, I wouldn't expect to, but...
You sound thrilled about it. He snickers.
I sure do.
The golden weed parts as you step forward. From a distance, Ascanio follows you. Are we inside or outside?
Both and neither.
Yeah, I guess that's an answer you can expect here. How helpful. Why does purification, the first step, lead to ignorance?
The initiate knows not of the ways of the Aether, for magic is simply Aether transmuted through will.
What is the Aether exactly?
Many have sought an answer to that question. Of the many theories that circulate, I personally subscribe to the one that considers the Aether a fifth element.
Are you allowed to reveal all this to me?
I have shared no secrets with you, only facts.
Interesting. Oh. Why not share a secret as well? Or accept his answer? Interesting that would be like a flirty one. I guess you can take it as such. Huh. You know what? Why not? We haven't really gotten much time with him yet, so... Let's try to be a little cheeky. He seems up for it, right? Why not share a secret as well? Perplexed, he frowns from behind his tinted spectacles. I'd like to know you better.
You would. This is hardly the time or place.
Is he flustered? Silence falls between you. In the distance, a group of young mages blinks into view, all chatter and giggles. They pay you no mind and cross the wheat field before disappearing from view. Answer me truthfully. Why am I allowed inside again? Morani confessed to having exchanged information about you for her freedom, but how much did she reveal exactly? Ascanio's answer comes after a couple of seconds of silence.
I thought it would be improper for you to wait outside by yourself.
It's not what you expected. You could have come outside to keep me company, or I do not need a chaperone. You could have come outside to keep me company.
Unlike Mirane, I respect the bounds placed upon me by the halls.
Is he not allowed outside? There are no bells to mark the passage of time, no sun in the sky, no birds singing overhead. Buried by the sterility, the abyss' own tune is completely absent. Try to keep track of time or bask in the soulless warmth. Let's enjoy the quiet for a while. You miss the feeling of the sun rays touching your cheeks, of the clouds offering shelter from the scorching heat. You said magic is transmutation of the Aether, but this field is nothing of the sort. It's an illusion. Is he impressed or simply surprised? You can't tell.
Ironic, isn't it, that magic now forbidden has shaped its very cradle.
The weed appears solid under your touch. Forbidden?
'Tis forbidden for magic to addle the senses. The art to do so has been lost. I can't say much more on the matter.
Your fingers close around an ear and pluck it. There's no satisfaction in ripping it out of the soil. No resistance, no give. The weed disappears in your hands, while staying at the same time firmly planted to the ground. Nothing works as it should. The rules of nature are obeyed only at a glance. Weird. Do you know why the council is convening?
A siren, I have been told, has been terrorizing the seas. What an ominous sign. So close to the solstice too.
Morane seemed convinced the council would agree to help.
If the dockmaster can pay their price.
He's the picture of dignity when he addresses you, yet his gaze lingers on you. Isn't the presence of a monster a dire enough situation? Does it not warrant an exception to the rule?
That is not for me to decide.
Silence falls between you once again, but this time you don't feel the need to break it. Yeah, I can't really read him on the whole situation. Following rules is all fine and good, but You wade through the wheat and let its magic beguile you, followed by his watchful gaze.
They return.
Morane and Bastian are descending the slope, too far away for you to gauge their body language.
I won't intrude on your reunion. Take care.
Your eyes lock with his through the tinted lenses of his spectacles. When you blink, he's gone. Interesting character. You sprint towards the dockmaster and your friend, meeting them at the base of the hill. Bastian looks livelier than before, and a pleased smile illuminates Morane's face. And what did the council say?
Miss Morane will help pinpoint the location of the siren.
The other member suggested I intervene directly, in the spirit of discretion, of course. I trust you will accompany me, Livera. Gladly. Yeah, I mean, we instigated the whole thing.
I got in touch earlier today with Silvani, and he agreed to let us use his vessel, just as you said he would. I will arrange for the ship to depart in 2 days.
Not tomorrow?
It needs a crew of mariners who know the risk and will swear to secrecy, not the sort of thing you can arrange on a whim.
I will see you then.
Prime be with you, miss.
Morane curtsies to him and makes a grand gesture with her arm, one that makes Bastian disappear from sight. The weed parts as Morane marches through it. Unfortunately, my friend, I must return to the council. May we soon celebrate the end of the mistake of the sea. She repeats the gesture. You are, yet you are not. The abyss whispers words you cannot understand, broken by magic and stitched back together wrongly. You are suddenly outside the halls with Bastian, who finally relaxes his posture and cracks his neck.
I've long had my sea legs, but this waterfall, this almost gets me.
His kind smile is ruined by his shadow, which comes alive with a convulsion while he is none the wiser. What is the council like?
'Tis a spectacle of robes and hoods. Mages sure do like their pomp.
The sun is milder now that the evening is approaching.
It's time for me to return to the harbour. I don't even want to know what those rascals have been up to in my absence.
I will see you the day after tomorrow. Take care. Yeah, take care. He greets you as usual by tipping a hat that's not there, probably an old habit, and heads off. Idleness is forced on you. You head for the Temple of Dawn, rejecting it. Okay, that went quite smoothly. I mean, I assumed they would grant us their help, because how else are we gonna proceed? Okay. There is someone waiting for you outside the temple.
I knew I'd find you here. How did it go, the meeting with the halls? Did they agree to help?
Not so loud, you don't want Bastian to get in trouble. I wasn't allowed to join. Glare at him. I'm not sure. I'm not sure I'm allowed to tell you. Let's be direct. Not so loud, you don't want Bastian to get in trouble.
Oh, shite.
A priest nearby glares at him.
Lady of Dawn, forgive me for soiling your home. Look, one of my mates tried to drown himself. Wasn't himself when we pulled him out.
He is suddenly serious.
And when I look at water, I feel it's cool. It wants me to jump in. Miss, I fear for my life. We all do.
Have faith in the Dockmaster. He's doing all he can to help you, even going against the Citadel's wishes.
If those nobles dare lay a finger on him. But thank you, miss. You put my heart at ease. May Dawn watch over you.
He bows to you and leaves, successful in his ambush. Can you truly blame him? You are not plagued by those nightmares as he is. Oh yeah, that's rough. You take your seat at the usual counter and prepare sheets of paper, ink pots and a quill. Brother Mattia, who usually offers words of encouragement or some assistance, is nowhere to be found. The other priests gently guide people to your table, but you are a stranger to them. It's only after several hours that Brother Mattia walks through the gates of the temple with the deepest frown you have ever seen on him. A priestess tries to exchange a word with him. Mattia dismisses her and disappears into one of the doors that lead to the private area of the temple. Follow him or tend to your business. Let's follow him. You leave your table to follow him. Brother?
What?
Oh, Livera, it's you. Forgive me, today has been trying. What's wrong? Can I do anything to help? Yeah, can I help? No. Apologies. I didn't want to be so harsh. He musters a smile. I'm not good company when I'm in such a terrible mood. Why don't you go back to the table? People might be waiting. He gives you a curt nod and marches towards the closest door. I'll see you when you close. Once it's evening, you tidy your counter and Brother Mattia approaches you like he promised he would. Thank you for today, Livera, and sorry again for being short with you. He gives you your salary. Do you feel a bit better, or thank you, have a good evening? Do you feel a bit better? I wish I did. He pats you on the shoulder. Take care on the way home. Curious. I assume we will find out eventually. You are back at the refrain. Unease makes you feel restless, and not even the usual tisane is helping you. Sudden knocking on your door startles you.
Just a moment.
You don't expect any guests or letters. After adjusting your clothes, you open the door.
Good evening.
Oh, hello. Good evening to you. Back for another visit. Need anything, or have I done something wrong?
Why would you jump to that?
No. Good evening to you.
Good evening to you.
Would you care to join me at the Belfry?
Accept the invitation or refuse? Sure, let's accept.
Most excellent.
How cries the heart of the human beast? Accept Ascanio's invitation was the achievement we just got. The carpeted floor softens your steps. He unlocks the door at the end of the hallway, and the smell of summer night fills your nose. The sea of rooftops is as stunning as you remember it. He takes his place on the railing, and a spark of magic from his fingers lights the belfry.
Such a precarious place you choose to sit on.
His head reclines against the wall.
It's not precarious unless you make it so.
You look over the churches lit by braziers to the many streets lined with oil lamps, and on the other side of the canal to the buildings whose decrepit walls are concealed by darkness. The stark difference doesn't detract from the beauty of the view.
Will you humor me today as well?
To the best of my abilities.
What is regret?
I might be the wrong person to ask.
And why is that?
Your past is limited, for you came into being so recently, but you can't tell him that without revealing that you are of the abyss. Yeah, I wasn't sure of that before, like how much he really knows. Huh. I don't have many regrets, or lie, I don't have regrets. I've told this time and time before, I don't really want to lie unless absolutely necessary, so this one.
How fortunate.
I take it that you have several.
My regrets are more numerous than the stars in the sky.
Oof. Countless numbers of them gleam around the moon, brilliant like gems. Are your regrets as beautiful as the stars? Countless regrets at your rage. Both good. The first one is very poetic, but also, I don't know, could be taken wrongly. Are we getting his age, or did we already get to know that before? I'm not quite sure right now. Countless regrets at your age.
Not at all at yours. You appear to have seen only a handful of summers less than I.
Well, have they taught you anything, or you must have fond memories as well? Yeah, it's focus on the good. I mean, both of these are kind of focusing on the good, so you must have fond memories as well.
I do. They grow hazier every passing day.
Will that happen to you as well, when the nights turn into years?
Details are all that are left, and even those are fleeting.
A breeze carries the smell of the sea to the belfry.
It wasn't my intention to be harsh. Marinette did tell me you lost your memories. That makes me even more interested in your idea of regret. What is it to you?
Give him the definition, or it's a sign you care. Yeah, I like that one. It's a sign you care.
Or a poison. Recurring. Addictive. Known. Comforting.
Comforting? I don't follow.
What a way to put it.
The corner of his mouth curls upwards in a mirthless smirk.
I will let you be the judge of one of my biggest regrets. One that still clouds my heart to this day. Of my Marla and Artessa. I have nothing left.
His wife and child.
I cannot steal their likeness from time with a portrait or a lock of hair. Not anymore. Even my memory of them fades with each passing day, eroded bit by the present.
The light in his hand flickers.
I survived them both. This is my biggest regret.
How did they leave this world? Or don't say that, Ascanio. I don't know, I don't think we can say anything against that, so... How did they leave this world? He rests his head against the arch.
An ailment took them while sparing me. If only I could return the sands of time to their cursed hourglass.
Nobody can, or doesn't everyone wish for that? Neither of these is comforting. But nobody can is so fine or so finite, I don't know. Yeah, again, I don't like either of these, but doesn't everyone wish for that? Unamused, he looks away.
Thank you for telling me about them.
You are the first to ever know.
Truly.
What were they like, or don't ask? What were they like?
Marla used to love singing. She used to serenade our chickens while fetching the eggs. You know, I miss the sound of her voice.
He wipes the tears away.
Our little Tessa. She had the cutest dimples. For her birthday, she demanded we invite the moon for dinner.
You smile at the tender memory. He falls silent, lost in thought. Death has taken much from him, and nothing from you. For the moment.
I forgot to ask. Did the council agree to aid the dockmaster?
They did. Marinette will learn of the location of the siren in 2 days.
You sound displeased.
The more we wait, the more the siren's nightmares spread. Lured by them, some of the mariners have already tried to drown themselves.
I wonder what made the monster awaken.
You have a sinking feeling it might have been roused by one of the people that slew themselves for you.
We will know soon enough, I suppose.
He throws one last glance at the rooftops.
I have much to do tomorrow. Thank you for lending me your ear. I enjoyed our talk.
So did I, or smile at him. So did I. His handsome smile is reserved for you. Is there still a place in his heart for someone else, you wonder? He gestures towards the stairs. You both leave the belfry, and he locks the door once you are back in the hallway.
Farewell.
Have a pleasant night.
He nods to you and takes the stairs down, leaving you to the quiet of your own room. Okay, that was nice. Sad, of course. But interesting. Like, I get that he has regrets, and like survivor's guilt because of his family. Very understandable. But in some way, I actually thought it might be, oh, that sounds mean, but like, it was more dramatic. So they were sick and he wasn't. That's the thing. It's not like something that he could have protected them from, you know, that kind of thing where you would really regret not helping or something. But it sounds like he didn't, yeah, he couldn't do anything, which doesn't necessarily make it better, being helpless, but you know what I mean, right? Like, not the kind of regret, oh, I could have done something, because apparently he couldn't. Sucks, but yeah. Its gifts have been taken, perverted, morphed. What are you talking about? Choked, its song cannot be heard. Is this about the halls? To give and never take, embrace all and reject none, is one of its mysteries. What does it mean? Give and take, embrace and reject. Give and take? Your sacred blood carries power, a gift freely given. It may be returned, never taken. What does this have to do with the halls? You receive no answer. Okay, with the first couple of sentences I thought it was talking about the siren, but The first light of morning pulls you from your slumber into consciousness. You will board the ship with Marinette to find the location of the siren tomorrow. Ugh. Idleness is forced upon you by mortals and their limitations, but you won't let it foul your mood. After a bath, you are ready to head out. You haven't seen Malak in a while. To the heart, then. I was wondering about that earlier, like, just thinking about all our romanceable characters and how I felt a bit of regret of turning him down and wondering if that meant we couldn't see him at all. But there is the answer. The door to Malak's shop is ajar. When you approach it, you hear his voice, uncharacteristically loud and forceful.
I suggest you take your business somewhere else. And I suggest you hand over what's ours. You lost your claim to them when you forfeited them.
You hear a metallic sound, the drag of leather, a weapon being unsheathed. Intervene, or Scirocco wouldn't allow this is chosen to be heard, would he? I don't think we want to take the risk of that, so let's intervene. You announce your presence with heavy steps and make sure to make the door creak. Concealing his blade, the ruffian takes a wide step to the side to have both you and Malak in his sight. Malak, my mother sent me for the earrings. Since you're dressed like a merchant, you decide to play the part, and desperately hope Malak understands your intentions. Keeping his eyes on the scoundrel, Malak drums his fingers on the counter.
But of course, the courier she sent was 1 iron short.
You make a show of searching your belt, your pretense of obliviousness.
I'll be back.
You step to the side with a smile to let the man pass. His steely eyes look past you, and he slams the door shut. That startled me. He's still outside. He's not leaving. Great. Ah, there it is. Can you help me look for them? Your eyes start towards the door, then return to Malak. He nods quickly and projects his voice.
But of course.
Only then does the ruffian leave. You approach the counter quickly. Are you alright?
Not quite, no. If it wasn't for you, the situation would have taken an ugly turn. For me. That was my first encounter with my parents' preferred clientele. What a legacy to take over, soaked in blood and watered with tears. What a way to put it.
Disgusted, he looks at the clutter all around him.
I thought I wanted nothing more than to liquidate this nightmare, but the idea of this place falling into the wrong hands revolts me.
No matter how hard he tries to conceal it, he is still shaken. His eyes keep returning to the door in fear of it opening.
Can I do anything for you, Malak?
Your company could give me some peace of mind, at least until I visit the guild and the city guards. I should also request the aid of the Palace of the People.
Your presence grants him safety, as a witness, if anything. You curtsy.
I'm at your service. What do you usually do to get your mind off your troubles?
He lifts a stained scroll from a pile of papers and reveals a half-finished portrait of Shiroko, captured in charcoal with windswept hair and a playful smile on his lips. Who might that be? That looks wonderful. Is that what you were working on before the unpleasant visit? The exquisite details draw your eye. That looks wonderful.
That looks wonderful.
Ah, you're too kind. Not only is it still undone, his eyebrows are giving me major issues.
What is wrong with them? Or don't ask. What is wrong with them?
They don't quite match those in my dreams.
Have you been seeing him as well?
Yes. I saw you both, just shy of arm's reach.
Interesting. You can see the tension leave Malak's shoulder as he talks about the drawing. He takes the charcoal stick and adds a stroke to the eyebrows.
I'm out of practice. Years of tattooing hands will do that to a man.
His eyes raise to meet yours.
I have an idea.
Oh no. Oh yes. Oh, what idea? So you want to draw us? What idea?
It's much easier to have a model instead of going by memory.
That is true.
May I draw your portrait? Clothed, of course. But you won't hear me complain if you decide to open your collar.
Hello? Okay, sure. Was the offer of undressing ever on the table? For how long do I need to sit still, or do I get to keep it? For how long do I need to sit still?
At least half an hour, until I have a solid foundation to work with.
It might be just what he needs to take his mind off the attempted extortion.
What do you say?
You can draw my portrait, or why don't you finish the one you started? I mean, we have time, right? Oh, and it is a flirty option, of course it is. And again, we established we are able to flirt around a little, so why not?
Wonderful! Sit on the counter. I just need a minute.
He grabs a new paper sheet and a small blade and begins sharpening the charcoal stick. While you wait, you decide to remove your cloak and fold it over a stool. Give them a glimpse of what's underneath your blouse or don't. No, let's keep it more friendly. When he sits down, he has the paper spread on a solid piece of wood and you feel his piercing eyes on you.
Turn your head slightly to the right, please.
You fight to keep a neutral expression and do as he said.
A bit up? That's too much. Perfect.
You stare right in front of you and meet the steely eyes of the Lady of the Prime, trapped in a marble statue. You hear the charcoal stick peck at the paper and the flowing strokes that lightly scratch the surface.
Keep looking in front of you, please.
Your eyes fall back on the statue of the Prime, and you swear you see her grin. Fun.
What do you think?
Your charcoal reflection does not gaze back at you. No, she is looking to the side with her heavy eyes. A smile plays on her lips, your lips. The portrait is striking. He didn't have the time or the charcoal to draw your hair, so only a few locks frame your face. It looks so real. You did a wonderful job. What happened to my hair? Rude. It's nice. Sure.
You did a wonderful job.
You can keep it if you want, or you can leave it here so I can finish it. Your hair will take a lot of charcoal. Want to stay for dinner? I can work on it more afterwards.
With these types of choices, where again I know it's character choices, but I'm also wondering if we decline, if it opens up time to do something else, or if we're just gonna, you know, maybe work a bit and then go back to the refrain. That's the only concern I have with agreeing to these, if we're missing out then on scenes with other characters, but I don't think so. Like, so far the game has given us opportunities for all of the characters at some point. So again, we have time, right? Oh, this is hard. This is hard, I don't know. Again, when I just don't know if I'm missing out on other scenes by spending more time with them. But I think before, whenever we declined, mostly it didn't. This is tough. Also, I'm being a hypocrite when before we've rejected him. So, another time maybe? Let's go with this one.
As you wish. I'll try to finish the portrait from memory.
With the sun still in the sky, you have no need for an escort, and you return to the guest house smiling all the way. See, that's what I mean, you just go back, right? Oh well. The Temple of Dusk rests against the city wall as if in need of support. A chorus of voices comes from the inside, singing a dirge that speaks of hope and the light of heavens. Did we read this before? I'm not sure. The Temple of Dusk. The Lady of Dusk dries our tears as our eyes close for the last time. The Temple of Dusk is as much about mourning as it is remembering. The Clergy of Dusk codifies faith, maintains extensive archives and administers the donations received by the other temples. A minor branch of the clergy oversees funerals and offers grief counseling. You step inside the cool gloom. The frescoes on the dome show the wizened Lady of Dusk as a smiling judge, with a scale raised up and a sword at her hip. Aleste is singing with a clerical chorus, but her beautiful voice is drowned by all the others. A pity. Try to get her attention, wait for the ceremony to end. Let's wait. The song is repetitive, almost hypnotizing. You find yourself humming the tune, then mouthing the lyrics. Only when bells toll overhead does the song wane, replaced by a somber silence. The first people to leave are the pious commoners in attendance. Some bear the signs of weeping, of disheveled grief, others appear almost placid. Aleste? Livera, how long have you been here? Long enough to learn the lyrics.
Truly, I thought you had forgotten about me.
She gestures towards one of the many doors that line the walls of the temple.
Follow me.
The walls of the inner temple have been turned dark after centuries of burning incense.
How have you been?
Quite well, thank you for asking.
It's so strange to hear the difference between this you and the old you.
Ask her how she's been doing, smile at her. Let's ask her.
Me? I'm still easing into my duties, learning as I go.
A warm smile curves her lips.
Thank you for asking.
She studies your face for a moment.
This must feel unfair to you. Me, knowing myself and who you used to be, and you, to whom I am a stranger. Are you a stranger to yourself also?
I know who I am, or I don't know. Interesting. Do we know who we are by now? I mean, by now we have kind of formed a personality, right? So, I know who I am. You devoured the soul of Livera La Grande when you took over her body, now forever trapped after its last breath.
I might look like Miss Legrande, but I am not her.
That's a relief. You know, you are the first kindred face I have seen ever since I left my house. I can hardly believe it myself. You, a kindred face. But you act nothing like she did.
Tell me about yourself. Could you tell me who I was? I guess it's not that important who she was before. It could be handy to know, but you know. So tell me about yourself.
It's only fair you allow me to know you.
She hums.
Very well. Just as you have turned a new leaf, so have I.
We were both nobles.
Correct. You from House Legrande, the youngest of 11, and I from House Fidelio, second of 6.
House Fidelio. The coat of arms of House Fidelio has been described as gaudy, with its depiction of hands joined in prayer over their chalice being filled from fire raining from the sky. The Fidelios have only been a house for 4 generations, and their origin is rumored to be the distant land west of Banu Javidya, where desert and coastline meet.
We tolerated each other and frequented the same salons, until I took my husband's hand in marriage.
Instead of looking at you, her eyes pierce through you, caught in memories. They fill with tears as she falls silent. A single shadow crawls up the mourning shawl on her shoulder to collect one of her tears.
I'm sorry for your loss.
It has been almost a year. Lady of Dusk, aid me.
She takes a deep breath to steel herself.
Now I am a servant of Dusk and a hypocrite. For I seek to comfort those overcome by grief when I am still grieving myself.
Grief changes people, or grieving is not something that can be driven away. Not what I expected here. It's more like I get how she's feeling conflicted, but then at least you can understand the people there. When you know grief yourself, you can be more empathetic. Grief changes people, while not necessarily wrong, feels I don't know, feels kind of negative here. And grieving is not something that can be driven away. It can be... Oh, it's difficult. I don't really like either, but yeah, let's go with this one.
Once there, it'll always be there. Dimmer, less painful, but still aching.
Seeing you wax poetic is bizarre, to say the least. It's working.
She musters a smile.
And clearly I have much work to do still, if the mere mention of him brings me to tears. You must be curious about who you were too, before your memory loss. We were never close. We simply tolerated each other like all well-bred nobles do. You commanded the salons we both attended with the name of Le Grande on your lips and your eccentricities.
Her eyebrows form a knot.
That is what everybody called them, eccentricities. But that is not what they were. They let you indulge without raising a finger, and that includes me. Nobody wanted to incur the ire of a Le Grande.
If mine, if hers, were not eccentricities, what were they then?
Cruelty. Elaborate, made grand with pageantry, but cruelty nevertheless.
Her lips form a thin line.
I can think of countless examples, including one I wish I could forget.
Don't, please, I am not her. Her words make you morbidly curious. It does make me curious, but I do like the notion of rejecting that identity, so... I think we've heard enough. It's good to know, but... yeah. Don't, please, I am not her.
Whatever happened to you, it made you grow a heart. And what happened to me made me grow a spine.
Heavy bells toll overhead once more.
The 11th hour. My duties call. May I?
She reaches out with a hand to touch you. Nod or shake your head. I guess. Nod. She traces the symbol of the Lady of Dusk on your forehead.
Dusk blessed us both with an end, and dawn granted us a new beginning. May we use their gifts wisely.
Farewell.
You will find me here if you ever want to know more.
She bows to you and heads for one of the side doors. Without much to do in the Temple of Dusk, you take your leave and head for Nessa's shop. Oh. Interesting. And yeah, good thing we learned about who Livera was before either way, without directly asking. It is handy just in case someone, like we meet someone who knew Livera. Yeah. But also interesting that apparently we might be acting more human now than, yeah, the human Livera did. You know what I mean? The city sings its dissonant song around you as you head towards the streets by Atre's Rest. Several voices filter out the window of Nessa's apothecary shop. You peek through the window to see Lapo crouched next to Mike and Nessa turned the other way.
Keep it still, I said.
But...
You don't want to limp for the rest of your life, do you?
Lapo's words aren't any less pointed than usual, but his tone is somewhat less sharp. I should have a low stool somewhere. But I can't reach the table if I sit down.
Can't you wait a fortnight? If the bone sets wrong, it will stay that way.
I need to practice. I want to learn how to make theriac.
Ah, I have an idea. I could clear one of the shelves so you can use it as a table. You'd still be able to mince herbs then. Well, lad.
Fine.
I'll figure out something for the crutch.
I don't need one. Lapo walks out of the store and seems surprised to see you.
How long have you been standing there?
Long enough, for I didn't want to interrupt you.
Both good answers.
I didn't want to interrupt you. Did anything happen to Mickey? I saw him limp, but he didn't look in pain.
He fell right on the bone that was cracked. I suspect it's broken. He can't even walk without grinding his teeth, the poor thing.
He was limping before, wasn't he? Like, hasn't it been several days? Oh. Nessa waves at you from inside.
Livera, I don't want to impose, but would you mind assisting me for a minute?
Lapo says farewell to you with a curt nod and goes on his way. Sure. It's good to see that not only Nessa is caring for him. Great. I don't like the surgeon, he's mean. He's also right, or you don't have to like him. He's also right. Mickey pouts. What did you need my help with?
This shelf over here.
Rows of labeled glass bottles line the shelf.
If you could clear everything from it, I'd be grateful. It should fit on other shelves.
She takes a bottle of her own. The contents clink when she opens it.
Mickey, do you remember what this is?
It's coal. You begin clearing the shelf to turn it into Mickey's work table.
It's the special one.
The one that makes your eyes water. The bottles are heavier than they look. The work is not hard, but it's extremely repetitive. Ask them what they are doing or observe them. Let's ask them.
Killing two birds with one stone.
She's teaching me.
That's right. I'm going over the most common antitoxins. These will serve as the base for the antidote for death by blood.
After an hour, the shelf is empty. She's done.
Shouldn't you pay attention to Nessa or don't say anything?
I mean, you can watch and listen at the same time, so don't say anything. As Nessa drags a stool next to the shelf, Mickey stands up and his little body twists in pain.
Careful.
Offer him your hand for support or let Nessa take care of it. We're here, we can help a bit. Offer him your hand. He squints through a grimace but accepts it. Slowly, we're in no rush. He almost puts his full weight on your hand. You guide him to the stool and he seems relieved to sit down once again. The shelf you just cleared is a tad too high to serve as a table, but he's pleased with it nevertheless.
Excuse me?
A woman pokes her head through the window.
I'll be right with you.
Between her normal duties, the antidote and Mickey, Nessa seems to have her hands full. I'll leave you to it. Good luck, or Mickey, keep up the good work. Yeah, keep up the good work, good work. A smile forms on his face, still not as bright as it should be, still tinged with pain. You feel a glimmer of hope in your heart once you part from them. Okay. Checking up on everyone. That's nice. I think we're going to leave it here for today. That should be the day where we set sails. So, yeah. Gonna leave it at that. Okay. Yeah, again, it looks like when we have the option, like with Malak there, if we have the option with just one character to accept spend time with them or not, then I guess we might not be missing out on anything else. I hope. I really hope. But like at the beginning of the episode, that was made quite clear. Okay, who do you want to spend time with? That makes more sense, or that's more straightforward, is what I mean. But yeah, this game makes me always kind of anxious what choices I take. Because it's a bit unclear, because it's still quite the mystery how the story, how our main goals will unfold, but we'll find out. We'll get the end that we get, so I just can't help but worry. But yeah, that's it from me for today. As always, I'd appreciate if you'd let me know your thoughts in the comments. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, bye bye.